And yep, there we go. And we'll go ahead and I'm going to share my screen. And here we go. All right. Okay. So the first thing you're going to need to do, hopefully you can see my screen, is you're going to need to see if you have InForce CopSync already on your computer. Okay. So the easiest way to do that, I find, is just to type in apps at the bottom of your screen and just go to apps and features. And what that'll do is that'll list all the programs on your computer. And you should be able to see in alphabetical order if you have either CopSync, which I don't, or InForce911, which I don't. So I can go to the next step. If you have InForce on your computer, just go ahead and click it and uninstall it. And you're good. You shouldn't even have to reboot, I don't believe. And you're fine. So as long as you don't have InForce or CopSync already on your computer, you're all set. So again, if you find it, uninstall it. If you see CopSync, just stop, send me an email or come see me and say, hey, Steve, I guess I have an old computer. We need to fix this. And maybe you need a new computer. But I thought we took care of that for everybody. So first thing, very, very important. You have to do this. I tried to use older versions of InForce, hoping that it would update itself, but it doesn't do it very well. So it's just easier to uninstall it and then go through the steps to install it. Next key point that I didn't put on the instructions. If for some weird reason I gave you a computer, maybe something happened, I had to give you another one, you need to be an administrator locally on that computer for you to do this. So if you try to do this and it asks you for an administrator password, sorry, but you got to come see me again and I'll take care of that for you. I just thought of that this morning. There might be a couple teachers who don't have administrative rights to their machine for whatever reason. I tried to, when I was giving you all new computers, to make sure I knew who I was giving them to and put your name in there so that you could install things on your own. So if you get a username and password for administrative rights, just come see me and I'll take care of it. So again, get rid of CopSync. Get rid of InForce. If you have CopSync, come see me. And you can go to step 3, I believe. Yep. Step 3, download the new InForce. Okay. So you determine that you either didn't have InForce or you uninstalled it. What you need to do now is go to the shared drive. Okay. Go to the shared drive for Google Drive. And this is a new computer, that's why it's doing this to me. Okay. Yep. I'll give you all my password. Oh, just kidding. Okay, we go to Drive, and you're going to go to the shared drive area, and you're going to see staff shared folder. Hopefully everybody's okay with that. Sorry, it's asking me for, there we go. I had all your pictures in the way. Scroll down to the software folder. Inside the software folder, I try to put things that people might need here and there. You're going to need the InForce911 with the little 1 in parentheses there, the alert. And if you can either double click it, you can highlight it and hit download, whatever you want. They all work the same. And download. This will download to the bottom of your screen, hopefully, and it'll be in your downloads folder. And because I am doing a presentation, it's slowing my computer way down, so bear with me. There we go. There. Yes, it's definitely taking a long time. Come on. You can do it. There we go. Hopefully you can see that. It's coming at the bottom of the screen. I always wait until these circles go away. It just performs better. It's just a little trick I do. Okay. So now that it's downloaded, I'm following the instructions. Okay. I can install the app. So I'm going to double click it. Open it up. And this is different things. Different computers do different things. This one's telling me it's trying to protect me. So I'm going to hit more info and run anyway. You probably won't see this error. Some of you with the ThinkPads might see it. Obviously, you want to run anyway. Okay. And this is real easy. Just click through it. There's no real settings except for this one. Obviously, I mean, if you did just me, it would probably work fine unless somebody tried to use your computer on the odd chance, but you're better off clicking everyone. Make sure everybody can use it. And then you click through it. Yeah, hopefully you saw that. I just clicked yes. There, that's pretty much it. Close it. So now InForce is actually installed on your computer, right? And you should see an icon here. And you actually should see another one down here on the taskbar, but I don't have it yet. So this one. Uh-oh, Adrian, your mic's on. So the next part of the install process is you have to actually connect to the service. So what you're going to need to do is the icon should hopefully be on your desktop. Just double click it. And don't worry about double clicking it. It will not send an alert. I know we had one teacher had a little issue with that a couple days ago. Okay. So it's going to come up with this little verification screen. I think I did send that to you. I sent you the code for that. It's SD 5 zeros, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 3 fours, 1, 2, 3. That verifies our school account. And then you're going to need a username and a password. Now, I know it's been forever since we've used this, and some of you who are new as well. Hopefully, maybe you remember your password. Maybe it's a common one you've used before. It's going to be your first initial last name, and then whatever password we set up or you set up before. For me, excuse me, mine is, but yours you might not. You can try the default. The default is, I should have put that on the instructions. I'll give it to you. The default is Lakers Rule 21. L and R for Lakers. L is capital, Rule, R is capital. Lakers Rule 21 is the default password I go into to set up new accounts or change accounts. So if you don't remember it, try that one. If that doesn't work, guess what? Come see me or email me. And it's happened a couple times already. I've just reset them and told the teacher.
Can you verify your name?
And you what?
Oh, sorry, Steve. I thought I was on mute.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you threw me off because we were talking about names. Okay, so yeah, it's gonna be first initial, last name, and the password. Hopefully, the Lakers Rule not 21 if you don't remember it. And if that doesn't work, just send me an email and I'll reset it for you. Pretty simple. You want this to be on Remember Me. This happens because when it reboots every day or whatever, it's gonna not have a problem logging in. This is real important that you say Remember Me. Okay. And you should be able to log in. So I'm going to put my password in. Oops, I did the default. There we go. Okay. So this is going to log me in, and it should keep me logged in from this point on. It's going to sign in. Okay. All right. So now you should see an icon down here. There we go. Now, what's really nice about the new system is you don't have to worry anymore about clicking on something by mistake. If you click this icon, what used to happen is the screen would pop up and give you a countdown. And if a student was distracting you or whatever, all of a sudden we'd have an alert. What happens now is when you click it, now you get a menu. So what happens now is now you have to click it twice to do the alert. I think that's still a good idea. It's just if you're in an emergency, you can still click it twice. It shouldn't be a problem. You should see the location that I set up for you. Hopefully that's correct. If it's not correct, let me know and I can fix it. You can actually go in and fix it as well, but I think it would just be easier if I did it for you. Just send me an email saying, hey, Steve, my location's wrong, and I'll fix it. Don't worry about any of this. Leave it on default. Yours should come up as other, I believe, and that should be fine. Shouldn't be an issue. You can go into my location settings and actually go in and log in and change it if you want. But like I said, it might be easier to have me do it. But if you want to, go ahead. Doesn't hurt anything. Launch on setup. This is very important. Okay. Hopefully everybody's listening to this because I hear somebody talking in the background. It's okay. But you see where it says launch on setup? You really need to click that. Okay. It doesn't do it by default. So make sure you click launch on setup, on startup, sorry. And that will make sure that every time you turn your computer on, unless you're Mr. Alford, for whatever reason his didn't do it, but everyone else's is doing it. every time you start your computer, it'll start the service after you log in. So from this point on, when you turn your computer off and go back in, you'll log in and then you'll see that InForce 911 screen come up and then fade in the background means it's running. Okay. Other than that, that is it. You're all set. So one key thing I want to make sure everybody understands, don't be afraid of the icon. When you click the icon, actually, this one might be different. Let's check it out because I've only installed 3 or 4 of these. Let's see what happens. Yep. So it does do it on the icon. So what I would recommend, again, and is, I'm glad we actually checked that because I've only installed it in the office and on my computer just to make sure we're actually working in the building. It is working fine now as of last night. So I would actually get rid of that icon, just like last time. Remember we talked about this? Some of you people have been here a few years. We actually got rid of the icon on the desktop because you could hit it by mistake. Looks like that's still the case. So I would get rid of that. And the way you do that is just highlight it and then, come on. And then just, I do shift delete. That way it gets rid of it, doesn't throw it in the trash can. It's gone. I would still recommend doing that. Go ahead and get rid of the icon on your desktop. You don't have to, but a few of you have been here a few years, you remember what happened before. So, but if I go down on my taskbar, I can click it and I can still send the alert. That's just my recommendation. So that's pretty much it. That's how it gets installed. If you have any trouble with it, obviously I'll take care of it for you. But if we can get at least half the people to get through this and not have a problem, that's just easier for me to get them all done. I really need these done though in the next few days. So if you can maybe hopefully get this done by like Tuesday or so, that'd be great. Between now and Tuesday, that'd be really helpful. And let me know if you have any trouble. Are there any questions for anybody who's here on anything I might have missed or concerns or anything like that? Anything? I'm looking at the thing, but I'm not looking at the camera. Sorry. Okay. Looks like no questions so far, but obviously you can email me, come by and see me, whatever. Actually, let me change my, hold on. Stop share. There we go. There we go. Now you can see me. So let me know if you have anything that comes up. Just drop me an email, or if I'm coming by your classroom, I could even stop in. It takes like, you saw how quick it was with me talking through it. When I'm just going through it real quick, it takes less than 5 minutes. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this unless there's any last minute questions. All right. On that note, have a good rest of your day, and thanks for coming in, and have a good weekend.
Thanks, Steve.
All righty.
Okay, so sorry for the little extra at the end of the video. I did want to just reinforce a couple things. If you go down and again, if you click on the InForce icon, I just want to make sure you understand that a couple things. One is obviously you can click there and click on send emergency alert and it'll give you the countdown and send the alert. That is the best way to send an alert. The other is to make sure your location is good, and I'm going to show you how to change that in a second. And there are categories here, and they're a little vague on some of them, but the administration one is more like an internal alert. So if you need to send something, most of the time you're probably going to want to worry about this one. If somebody's trying to get in or something's wrong, you probably want to click on intruder. But there could be a medical emergency too that, you know, if you can get specific, that's good. Otherwise, just hit other. I don't know why it's coming up as administration on some people's default, but you're going to want to click other unless one of these are more specific. So I forgot to mention that. Also, you want to make sure it does say launch on startup. And when it launches on startup, if you didn't check the little box that says remember me, it will keep asking you for your password. So you want to check on that. If it keeps popping up, just put your password in and make sure that checkbox is checked and you should be fine. And that's, you know, you shouldn't have to worry about the log out button, and you should never have to worry about exit as well. So I'll make sure that I reinforce that. For some reason, if this location is wrong, or let's say that you take your computer and then next year you go to a different classroom and you don't want to ask me to change it for you, you can change it. Let's say you move classrooms, all you have to do is go to my location settings and click it. And what should happen is the login should pop up. And again, you can put in the ID, you put your username in, which I'm going to use mine here. And it's correct. See where it says remember me? you know, on this page, it's not that important, but when on the startup screen, it really is important to check that box. Otherwise, you have to keep doing it every time your computer starts. So I'm going to log in, just change now. Obviously, I'm an administrator, so I could see everybody, but when you log in and do that, you'll only see yourself. So let me click on me. I think I'm in. Yeah, there I am. So it should look something like this. Yeah, when you go in, you could change your password, you know, whatever you need to modify. And again, some of these you won't see because you can't change some of these settings. What you should see is here. And notice mine says library, but if you want, you could change the location to something else, you know, whatever. I could change it to room 153. I can hit add location. It'll pop in down here, and then you can get rid of the ones that don't apply. So I could put this in, hit add location, you know, and I could delete the library or whatever. So delete the one that doesn't matter, and then just click update. Again, when you put it in up here, you want to add it and click update. You might have one that says save. Either way, it'll make this one change, and you should be all set. So I wanted to add that into the end of the video. Again, thanks for watching.